Kingdoms are not built in a day, and this is the story of Sukapha, who came from Burma to build the longest ruling dynasty of India in Assam. How did a young boy born in the Upper Burma region ultimately became the founder of the longest ruling dynasty in the Brahmaputra Valley? What may have been the circumstances for such a long journey? Let's find out. I'm your host Shaina and I welcome you to Discover Assam series. We make informative videos on history, geography and culture of Assam. So if you are an APSC aspirant, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. In the early 13th century, many smaller states began to emerge as a kingdom in the western Yunnan and Upper Burma region. These kingdoms were inhabited mostly by the Shan people. Among these smaller kingdoms, there was a kingdom called Mao Lung under a ruler named Tiao Tung Lao. The ruler had no heir of his own, and so he chose a young boy born to a person called Pameo Pung to be his Mao Long Tiao Tung Lao, the heir apparent. This young boy was Sukapha, who later became the founder of the Ahom Kingdom. In the Deodhai Assam Buronji, it is mentioned that Tiao Tung Lao was Sukapha's maternal uncle. He raised him as his heir apparent as the king was childless, but subsequently the queen gave birth to a son called Sukrangfa. As then Sukapha had no hope of ascending the throne, he left for a place called Munja Munji, the place of his father, and from there he undertook his journey to Upper Assam. Discover APSC like never before. Experience the thrill of learning with immersive podcasts, virtual explorations, and cutting-edge content, meticulously crafted to align with the APSC syllabus. We are not just coaching, we are your companions on the path to success. Sukapha left Mao Lung in the year 1215. He was followed by 8 nobles, 9,000 infantry, 3,000 cavalry, and 2 elephants. For nearly 13 years, he wandered around the Patkai ranges, occasionally venturing into Naga hills, and in 1228 AD, he made his journey into Khamjang, the easternmost Assam. He crossed the Khamjang river in rafts and reached to Nongyang Lake, and proceeded to Dang Kaurang, Kham Hang Phung, and Namrup. He crossed the Sesa river and reached Dihing. But finding the place unsuitable, he retraced his steps and proceeded downstream and reached Tipam and stayed there up to 1230. The flooding of the Dihing river made him travel downstream. In 1234, he reached Obhoyapur and stopped there for 5 years. As the area was highly populated, he did not remain there long and went further down the river Tilao and arrived in the Habung country, where he lived up to 1241. But as the region was prone to heavy floods, Sukapha continued his journey down the Brahmaputra till he reached the mouth of the Dikho. Then he advanced upstream and arrived at a valley called Jakung Pak. From there, he crossed the river and got to Silpani, where he remained for some time. In 1243, Sukapha appointed Mungring Mungching as the governor of the valley and himself proceeded to Simologuri. Considering the place to be thickly populated and apprehending some rebellion from the local people, Sukapha left Simologuri for Timan and stopped there. For 6 years, he made it his home before he left and reached Timak in 1249. Next, he made a settlement at Munglina Mau and stayed there for a year. In 1251, Sukapha took some of his followers and went to Soraidew on a small hill and constructed a town there. Sukapha selected Soraidew as it was suitable for his royal city and palace, owing to the fact that it was above the level of the plain land and was situated just adjacent to a small hill, which had importance from the strategic point of view. The architect of Assam's strength, Sukapha, was courageous and an enterprising prince who laid the foundation of a formidable kingdom. In our next video, we will learn how Sukapha sent a series of campaigns among the neighboring kingdoms of Chutias, Morans and the Kacharis, and how he built a formidable kingdom.